All right, what's going on, guys? Trev back again, here to bring you another video. This one's going to be doing our weekly review for this week's episode of The Walking Dead Dead City, because this is now for the 4th episode. This episode is called Everybody Wins Surprise. Alright dudes, so definitely want to go ahead and do a review for this week's episode of The Walking Dead Dead City. We are over halfway through the season now, just have 2 episodes left, episodes 5 and 6, and then the first season for The Walking Dead Dead City is over, and I think it's already been renewed for a second season. Pretty sure. I think, was there an article on that? I think so. Anyway, likely it's gonna have a second season. The first season's done very well. Biggest premiere of the year, I think, in terms of cable ratings for a new series. So that's really great, and it's sort of new, right? Like it's in this episode especially, we can kind of get that feeling like it's sort of new. It is new, but at the same time, it's familiar. So it's kind of new. It's new, but then it's also Walking Dead. So it's kind of old in the same way. And this episode definitely feels that way because we get to see some awesome flashbacks in it. We get to see the return of Simon and get to kind of see some of that savior time at the sanctuary with Negan, Simon dealing with Croat and his methods, his torture tactics, his evil stuff that he was doing that made Simon and Negan decide to out him out of the Saviors, and resulted in having his ear blown off. Is that what they said happened to it? And then Croat kind of getting away, escaping. The Croatian getting away, escaping, and now we see him again in New York. So I think this is incredible stuff to see for Walking Dead fans, especially people who liked the Saviors. Now, the tricky part of it is not everybody liked the Negan and Savior part of The Walking Dead. I did. It's one of my favorite parts of the whole series, even though I do have to admit Season 7 was not that great. I think Season 8, had some really good stuff for All Out War and some really awesome action sequences and stuff like that, as best as they can do with 16-episode seasons like that. But with this series, 6-episode first season, I think it's a smash hit. I think it's been doing really great. Really love to see what they've done with Dead City. Getting to see more time with Negan, getting to see more of his backstory. It's awesome stuff. It's some of the best stuff, I think, in the series since, if you look at the time Rick left for The Walking Dead, they sort of have had, I think, a little bit of trouble with Walking Dead trying to figure out which characters to kind of spotlight, which ones make for the best stories, which ones make for us to really look forward to watching and getting to see more from certain characters. Obviously, Daryl is one that everybody wants to see. Maggie, somewhat, too, also, but definitely Negan, I feel like, in this series as well. This is, I almost want to say, after seeing this episode, it's almost more of a Negan series right now than a Maggie series. I'm sure that will switch when, Maggie finds Herschel and everything, and they rescue him and all that stuff. It's wicked cool. So really great stuff from Dead City. Awesome to see Simon back again, and just to kind of set up, sort of make this villain feel like he's a true, OG Walking Dead villain. He's not just one that's like they just added in, but he's one that has a deep backstory, has a history with Negan and everything, and the Saviors. So it was really awesome stuff. Great to see all of that. Aside from that, in the episode, you get some cool fight sequences and some zombie smashing in the octagon. They have an MMA cage, an octagon in this one, so we get to see that. We have Dinny, who finds her way somehow in here all the way into New York by herself. That's resourceful. I don't know how realistic that really is, but definitely resourceful. She finds her way in there, meets with Meg and the others. You have Armstrong, who's the marshal. I love how they created a character named Armstrong. That's just that's wonderful. It's like all the moon stuff, right? So, and he's kind of like a villain for Negan too. Is great. Absolutely wonderful. So the marshal. So in this one, Negan saves him for some reason. Again, see, this is the thing with Negan, right? It's like it feels like old school Negan. Yeah, people are a resource, but I don't know. I kind of feel like old school Negan probably wouldn't have done that back in season 7 or season 6 or something. But you never know. Sometimes Negan sort of, does the people are a resource a bit too much thing. and right away the marshal turns on in this episode when he gets a chance to do so. Aside from that, we get some awesome scenes with Croat and Negan kind of seeing each other again, which is really cool. I love the whistle and all the other stuff, and it leaves us off in an exciting point in the sewers and everything, which is similar to like season 11, when they're kind of going the tunnels and the subway and everything to get to Commonwealth. So I freaking love the episode, dudes. It's probably my favorite episode so far of Dead City. Just getting to see those scenes with Simon, Negan, Sanctuary, and Croat is so freaking cool. I hope they do more of that. I hope in season 2 they do more flashback scenes with Negan from like early Sanctuary time. He's definitely a character that has had, he had episodes like Here's Negan, other stuff like that. So he had some kind of classic, really, really good episodes of his time with Lucille and all that before. It was cool that Croat asked where Lucille was, right? So it's pretty sweet, man. It's really, really awesome stuff, and I really enjoy it. So this episode, I'm going to give it a 10. It's my favorite episode yet of Dead City. Absolutely loved it. Leave your comments below. Let me know what you guys thought about this one. I think that's most of what I wanted to say in this one, and just methane in the sewers and everything. They're sweet. It's just awesome, dudes. Dead City is awesome. Thumb the video up below, share, favorite, subscribe at the bottom if you're new. That's it for this quick review, guys. See you again soon for another Trev. Same peace. Later, guys. See you soon.